Waterspout potential is increasing across Lake Michigan as a cold front is going to be surging through the area overnight tonight and during the day tomorrow. In this video, I'm going to talk about what is causing this waterspout potential, why waterspouts form over Lake Michigan, and then also the thunderstorms that could be associated with this setup and where. Hello everybody, the time is 8:37 p.m. and it is October 5th. Welcome to another update from Great Lakes Weather. Hopefully everybody is doing well. This is a sunset from last year that was prior to winter starting to set in over the Great Lakes region or late fall. This was a pretty good sunset, and it looks like I'll see another one tomorrow as I'm going to be out checking out the lakeshore for some waterspouts that are likely going to be moving through the area. In this video, we're going to dive into what caused the formation of these waterspouts and why they're forming over Lake Michigan tomorrow. What is causing this setup for waterspouts? So let's get right to it with this little image from the Channel 13. This was found online, but it's from Channel 13. Here we go. It shows the outline or the breakdown of how these different waterspouts form, and this shows typically what would be over the ocean where water temperatures settle around 80 degrees. We don't have water temperatures around 80 degrees. The water temperature over Lake Michigan is 65.3 right now, so it's not as hot as this graphic is saying, but warm water is a part of waterspout formation, okay? And that has a lot to do with, again, the heating of the water that occurs during the summer. We have temperatures that are going to be warmer than the air temperatures during the day. Tomorrow, or specifically tomorrow afternoon, where temperatures are going to drop into the mid 50s and the upper 50s, okay? And what we're going to be actually seeing is that drier air mass actually steepen what is called the lapse rate. We'll talk about a little bit with what that is, the lapse rate. But what that's going to do is that's actually going to enable some lift to occur and some instability to be fostered over the lake, as we will see that water is warm a little bit and is actually going to evaporate a little bit into the air, and that's going to contribute to some convection over the lake shore. Now, another thing that's going to be part of this waterspout potential is the fact that those cooler temperatures are going to be occurring over land as well. So as those cooler temperatures occur over land, and then we also still have warmer water at the surface of Lake Michigan, that will also contribute to some rising air over Lake Michigan. So that as well, along with the westerly winds that will be associated with the passing of this cold front, we will have a setup for some updrafts, non-severe updrafts. Let's keep that in mind, okay? There's not going to be any tornadoes. It's just going to be waterspouts, and if those reach land, they are going to die out probably just like that. Again, water is really an essential part of the waterspout formation here for this setup. But you'll probably see some waterspouts form from the surface up. It's not going to be severe thunderstorm associated waterspouts. There could be a little bit of small hail with some of the storms that develop. There could also be some lightning, but it really looks like mainly more of just this potential to see a few funnels over the water with the waterspouts. So what we're going to see that potential over during the day tomorrow afternoon. So one place you can go to see the forecast for waterspouts over the Great Lakes region is the International Center for Waterspout Research. That is something that is being shown here. And this actually gives you a model breakdown, and they update it every day, gives you a breakdown of what we're expecting over the Great Lakes in terms of waterspouts. This is currently showing Friday at 7 a.m. Again, waterspout potential is relatively low at a 1 to 2.5. The highest value, if I take my camera off screen here, if I can do that real quick, let's see if that's the right button. If I press that, you can see that the highest value is 9 to 10, the red. So if you see a red, that means the waterspout potential is really maximized. So if we proceed this a little bit, you can see that as we get to around, that would be 8 p.m. on over Lake Michigan, you can see that they're the second to highest value on the chart there. So that is why we're looking at the potential for elevated waterspout threat. This is at 5 p.m. You can see that the waterspout potential is still higher than more elevated than what would be on the lower scale. So again, I'm seeing the potential for some waterspouts. It really maximizes though as you go to overnight hours. Again, that's associated with the passing of that cold front, but it really strengthens and ramps up when in the times that you cannot see them. But it really looks like it'll start to begin during the afternoon, so I'll probably be heading out to Allegan County to track these, and I'll show you why that is with the HRRR model. So we've had a lot of rain today. First cold front's already moved through. It's going to be setting our temperatures cooling down just a little bit. We got a lot of rain. That's passed through. Now the next thing we're going to be watching is the secondary cold front that's going to be coming in, potentially bringing more rain showers and maybe even a few thunderstorms to parts of the lakeshore of Michigan. So if we go to Allegan County, you get a sounding ahead of these storms here. You do see weak surface winds. You do actually see a little bit of spin in the atmosphere associated with these, and you have instability going all the way to the surface and all the way up. Now, this dotted line you see here, this is something that we call the lapse rate, and what we're going to be seeing with this setup as we move through is we're going to see this line begin to steepen a little bit and become a bit steeper. That's because the adiabatic rate is increasing. Okay, what is an adiabatic rate? You probably are wondering. Well, what actually means is if we have more moisture in the atmosphere, the adiabatic rate goes down, and it actually takes longer for air to cool down as it rises up. Okay, but the thing is, when we see this cool, dry air moving in associated with this cold front, the adiabatic rate is going to go up to probably about 10 degrees Celsius for every kilometer it rises. Okay, a parcel of air rises. So what that's going to do is that's actually going to allow air to cool down a bit faster, but there's going to be moisture over Lake Michigan. That moisture is going to go into that cooler, drier air and is actually going to create an unstable environment where we'll see cumulus clouds form, probably a couple cumulus towers, and some rain start to fall. And that dry adiabatic rate associated with the steeper lapse rates is likely going to bring the potential for those waterspouts as that moisture lifts up into the atmosphere. So that's really what is contributing to this waterspout potential, and these lapse rates will steepen as we go forward. So if we go a little bit farther into like 9 p.m., again, this is after things start to wind down. You do kind of see that the line is still a little steepening a little bit, and you see the temperatures starting to cool down. That instability is still present in the atmosphere there. And then you can see that lake effect rain is actually going to occur on the back side of this. That's likely going to occur as we still have those warmer temperatures over Lake Michigan and the cooler temperatures over the surface of the state of Michigan. So again, a lot going into this forecast here with the waterspout potential around 5 p.m. That's the thing to be watching out for. We're going to freeze frame it here at 5 p.m. once again. You can see dew points again. You have much drier air coming over the lake around that time, and that's going to contribute again to the possibility of some more cumulus clouds in the atmosphere that could lead to those waterspouts forming. Temperatures, again, you notice that the temperatures are cooler over Wisconsin, but begin to warm up as they approach the lake. Again, the lake temperature is 65 degrees. It will likely warm the surface air a little bit as well. So that's something to watch out for. And again, because of those steepening lapse rates, let's zoom out and take a look at the lapse rates real quick. We got to go to a regional view in order to do that. So let's check that out real quick. We're going to go to where's the lapse rate here? Let me find it. I think I might be in the wrong place. I'm going to have to find this again. But the lapse rates, come on. Where can I find this again? Alright, I'm going to have to look for it a little bit later, but the lapse rates are going to be steeper. That's going to contribute to, the lapse rate. I was right there. I was right there. You see the lapse rates are going to be steepening over the lakeshore, okay, especially over Allegan and parts of near Muskegon, that region. I looked right past it. It's in that severe weather tab. But lapse rate is right here, and you do see that it does steepen as that drier air moves through. That's going to contribute to the waterspout potential that will be forming. So that's just the thing to keep in mind. The adiabatic rate goes up to 7.1 degrees Celsius for every kilometer it rises. So there you go. That is going to contribute to that convection forming. So expect some showers and thunderstorms along the lakeshore, particularly areas north of South Haven. And I'm going to be targeting probably the areas just in around Muskegon. So that's the thing to keep in mind. Stay tuned, subscribe for updates. I'm going to be storm chasing tomorrow, seeing if I can catch some of these as they form along Lake Michigan, and maybe even a few thunderstorms. It could be some small hail, could be some lightning as well. Some stuff to see during the day tomorrow. So stay tuned for that, and thanks for watching. I'll see you all later.